Well, it's been a while, so back to it. So I bought this yesterday. Yeah, I bought this yesterday. This costs £10, and it's basically train spotting. So comes with books for steam trains, notebook, and a ballpoint pen. And this, which we are going to look at today, because any form of entertainment is good entertainment. So yeah, look at that today, and maybe that for a future video, I don't know. But today, it's you. So let's have a look. So I have no idea if this is going to be copyrighted, so if it is, sorry for that. It says I have not tested this, so if it is copyrighted, I apologise. I'm not making money anyway, but if this gets blocked, if this does get blocked, I'm going to have to find another way around it, because that's the issue. But I'm pretty sure most of this is brand new and hasn't been
This is the story of the world's most famous steam locomotive, Flying Scotsman, and her voyage into preservation as a national treasure. For 40 years, the engine was privately owned by a succession of wealthy individuals who all found that owning a steam locomotive was not quite such a fairy tale as might have been expected. It all started in the early 1960s, when British Railways drew up a list of locomotives which were to be secured for preservation as part of the government-owned National Collection. At the time, there was only a small museum at Clapham available, and only significant representatives of locomotive development were chosen. Representing the Bresley tradition was Mallard, the fastest steam engine of all, so none of his earlier Pacifics was included. This seemed wrong to Doncaster businessman and railway enthusiast Alan Pegler, so, knowing the history of Flying Scotsman, he bought it directly from British Railways when it was due for withdrawal, and returned it to its original LMER condition and apple green livery. Here, Scotsman is seen at Goose Hill Junction, Normanton, in South Yorkshire, in February 1988.
So I'm going to let this play out and not talk. There are, if you see a few cuts in the video, that's probably because there are a few things like in it. Yeah, I'm just going to let this play out.
The locomotive was the first built for the Great London and North Eastern Railway in 1923, and, bearing the same name as the legendary 10 o'clock train from London to Edinburgh, was used for publicity purposes by the LMER at a time when steam locomotives were still the cutting edge of technology. It thus became very well known in the United Kingdom, a status which was further enhanced when it became the first locomotive to be authentically recorded at over 100 miles an hour. Alan Pegler's agreement with British Railways allowed him to work the engine on the national network after the elimination of steam by BR in 1968. But in that year, encouraged by government backing, he sent Flying Scotsman to the United States to haul a special train to promote British businesses over there. Unfortunately, in the following year, due to recession, government backing was no longer available, and the other business partners evaporated as well. Alan Pegler tried to continue under his own steam, but the costs involved led to his bankruptcy. Flying Scotsman was marooned in the USA until Sir William McAlpine, a member of a very famous railway contracting firm and a born enthusiast, paid for her return home, and, after an overhaul to mainline condition, to the rails once again on British Railways network. These scenes show the engine at work during Sir William's ownership, either side of Sheffield at Winker Bank, and then climbing up out of Sheffield Midland Station. Emulating Alan Pegler's overseas visit to the USA, Sir William sent the locomotive even further afield later that year, to Australia, She spent over a year there and was to add yet more records to her Hall of Fame whilst there. In particular, she made the world's longest recorded non-stop run by steam, a feat which was acknowledged by the affixing of plaques to her main driving wheel splashes recording this achievement. We see this at Carnforth Shed in 1990, where she was based upon her return. During that summer, she would work tourist trains along the Cumbrian coast route to Sellafield, where British Nuclear Fuels, whose small steam shunting tank engine is seen with Scotsman and Carnforth, were trying to show that nuclear power was a friendly and non-threatening industry. Flying Scotsman, by now dubbed the most famous steam locomotive in the world, was the ideal candidate to head trains along the coastline, as seen here at Grange over Sands. Running through spectacular countryside on the edge of the Lake District, this line is a perfect venue to portray steam. The Flying Scotsman's NNER livery blends well with the pastoral scene near Millen, although just out of sight is the industrial hub of Barrow-in-Furness. The locomotive had worn this livery for nearly 30 years since Alan Pegler had bought it, already a longer time than the whole existence of the LNER. Not an attractive sight. However, the NF's attempts to soften the image of Sellafield slowly took effect. Here's Flying Scotsman returning with another trainload of tourists who have been subjected to the soft sell. This is the River Esk Viaduct near Ravenglass. that summer, the locomotive would traverse another coast route, the North Wales coastline, and is seen on the 15th of July 1990 leaving Crewe with a train for Holyhead. Mold Junction was once a major interchange, but now the tall signal box was merely an intermediate block post on a stretch of the main line. Flying Scotsman had seen vast changes on the railway network since she came into being 67 years earlier, and was soon to see yet more changes, which would have a significant effect on her appearance and ownership.
I have a funny feeling this might get blocked. It's unfortunate, this video.
At the back of the train is Sir William McAlpine's private Great Northern Railway Directors' Saloon. None of the many changes to the railways would see such vehicles banned except for limited special train use, as the modern railway applied stricter and stricter safety requirements under health and safety legislation, especially following the tragic accident at Clapham Junction 2 years earlier, whose implications would see a total elimination of traditional carriages on the network within a decade or so.
Seems those safety improvements haven't been good enough since the 90s, because a month ago there was a crash on British line, so yeah, there was a crash a month ago, so seems they need to work on the safety a bit. I do have a model Flying Scotsman in brand new condition, so that's good. I'm trying not to get this video completely blocked, so I do have to give some commentary about it. Most of this stuff I did not know about Flying Scotsman, but I did know from some videos.
This is the rebuilt Britannia Bridge over the Menai Straits. Stevenson's famous tubular bridge now had road traffic on an upper story following a disastrous fire in the 1970s. Steam locomotives have to conform to stringent safety requirements to be allowed to work on the mainline network, and they're normally certificated for a period of 7 years' work. Flying Scotsman's mainline ticket ran out in 1993, and the engine was then confined to working on preserved railways for a further 3 years, until its boiler certificate, which runs for 10 years, ran out. Here she's seen on the East Lancashire Railway in 1993.
fun enough, I'm going to visit this railway in about 2 weeks' time. So, yeah. Hopefully I can bring some more models with me to visit it. Hopefully. What is that on the front? Is that like something for Christmas or something? I don't know. Yeah, it is for Christmas. So, yeah, that's weird.
Overhauling a steam locomotive has always been an expensive undertaking, and Sir William McAlpine sought assistance from pop music entrepreneur Pete Waterman by selling him an interest in the locomotive. Various ways were sought to help raise funds, the most notable being the restoration of the engine's final British Railways condition with a double chimney, smoke deflectors and dark green British Railways Express passenger livery. This was a sop to the legions of baby boomer railway enthusiasts, amongst them Pete Waterman, for whom such a condition was the epitome of their youthful memories. These changes were widely welcomed, and the engine was in great demand on preserved railways, which helped to raise funds for the next overhaul, which was now becoming due.
Some of this footage is brand new to me. Some of it I didn't honestly know. Yeah, it's quite new kind of some of this footage. So, yay.
Here she's seen on the Severn Valley Railway on the occasion of the inauguration of a new turntable, and then on her last working before withdrawal for overhaul on the Llangollen Railway in 1995. Quick return to the main line was envisaged.
It's very strange how many places Van Scotsman's been. So, very strange. But hey, that's kind of what you expect from a famous engine. Now you can buy your own steam loco for about £2,000, which is fun. But yeah, where would you run it? Great question. You can see where smoke is bellowing out of it, where smoke shouldn't be bellowing out.
But when she returned to the rails on the 4th of July 1999, it was under new ownership. This is her inaugural rail tour at Haringey, and it was a huge media event. Helicopters followed the train everywhere, and the BBC was making a special programme. If anyone still wondered which was the most famous steam locomotive in the world, this trip confirmed that it was Flying Scotsman. Passengers paid £350 to travel, and the train was full and others were turned away.
Holy shit. £350. That is quite a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Now it's probably about £800. So yeah, if that was now, it's probably about £800. Oh. Yeah. Wow. I do have some of these coaches, so I could recreate one or two of the trips I took.
Publicity was because the new owner, Dr. Tony Marchington, a young pharmaceutical entrepreneur, had bought the locomotive for £1.25 million from the McAlpine and Waterman partnership in 1996, when the overhaul costs had started to escalate beyond what those owners were prepared to fund. Pete Waterman was later to say that ownership of Flying Scotsman was like Tutankhamun's curse. At that time, the overhaul was expected to take 18 months and cost £200,000. Now, 3 years later, the engine was ready, but the overhaul would cost over £1.5 million. So Tony Marchington had now funded it to the tune of nearly £3 million. He needed all the publicity he could get.
Wow.
These scenes show the engine to the south and north of Peterborough, the first stop.
This engine is very expensive. And everyone knows that. It's expensive. But hey. Yeah, it's great fun. Hopefully this video does well. That is safety valve that's blown there because the smoke's black from the chimney.
Sightseers were everywhere. Police were later to say that some got out of hand, so the positive aspect of all the successful publicity was to be tinged with some negative aspects, which led some to fear that Railtrack, immured in controversy following the Hatfield disaster, might be inclined to ban steam on the main lines.
Oh. I wish there were steam trains in Ireland, so yeah, I wish there was, so I could do more content with them besides models.
There was quite a carnival atmosphere all along the route. This is Doncaster, the locomotive's birthplace. It was built at the famous Great Northern Railway Works here in 1923, and this was something of a homecoming. A slight grey cloud of a reminder of the history of the locomotive was that Alan Pegler's family firm, which had enabled him to purchase the engine in 1963, had been situated alongside the East Coast Main Line here, and that ownership of the engine had caused his downfall. Still, on this auspicious day, everyone thought that Flying Scotsman was now safe. After all, it was now owned by a millionaire businessman who ran a modern and successful company.
Wow. This is quite a far zoom in, so quite impressive. Quite impressive. Quite impressive. Hopefully you like this TV thing. Hopefully you like this view. It's a good view for you. They always seem to have the same coaches in some of the recent shots. Well, it must be one trip though. That's my guess. Oh, there's a diesel at the back, so strange.
Crowds were out at the station. Here they could see the locomotive burst through to go over the water. To the enthusiasts, the exhaust sounded a little odd. All knew that the locomotive had just undergone the most thorough overhaul yet seen for a steam locomotive, with no expense spared.
The crowds it draws on as well.
The coaches for this train were the pride of the nation stock in LNWR colours, which had been built up by Pete Waterman as a prestige train in the mid-1990s, when he was the first entrepreneur to invest in the newly privatised railway system. He had since sold the train.
It's had multiple owners, which is not funny, but it's to be expected. It costs a lot. Wait, isn't... Oh, I think Flying Scotsman's doing another overhaul because they said it's like 7 years for a boiler, so Let's do another one, which is fun. Let's do another one.
The locomotive still bore its double chimney from the time on the preserved railways, a feature which it hadn't had in LNER days. However, much to the baby boomer enthusiast's dismay, it had now reverted to LNER livery, to the delight of the general public, who swarmed over every vantage point of Doncaster to see this icon of their town as it awaited departure for York. The other change was the sound of an air pump. Part of the expensive overhaul was the fitting of air brakes, so the locomotive could work with modern coaching stock. The enthusiasm of people who had barely heard of steam locomotives before this day was seen as a good omen for the profile of steam, counteracting the actions of the few who caused the police difficulties. Everyone behaved impeccably at Doncaster.
There's like a beating heart coming from it. This video will be long, so I do apologise for that. Hopefully everything looks good on the camera from what I'm looking at. It looks very good, so hopefully it's good for you. Yeah. Hopefully this is a nice treat for you, because this is the town was 4 years old, so hopefully you enjoy it, because I'm certainly enjoying this, so hopefully you enjoy it too.
Following this triumph for publicity, the engine was set to work on ordinary trains, initially in the south of the country. This is Anger. This train ran on the 8th of August 1999 and is next seen approaching Reading. As it ran round the curve approaching the station, the strange sounds became more apparent. But that was only an outward symptom of problems. Behind the scenes, Tony Marchington was already having to re-evaluate his investment. He formed a company, Flying Scotsman plc, to run and fund the locomotive. A plan was drawn up as to how to achieve this. This was to prove controversial, as it was expected that its unmatched marketability would enable the company to charge premium fares. All trains would be promoted as upmarket and orientated towards the business market. A Flying Scotsman village would be built to act as a base for the engine. The railway enthusiast community was aghast that the engine would be available to the ordinary public, and in its new form, with the non-LNER double chimney, its LNER livery was described as a fairground livery, a reference to the fact it was going to spend its non-working time at the new village.
I'm going to have to do my strongest engine video.
Also controversial was the fact that these upmarket trains were concentrated in the south, working from and to London, as was this particular train, which is next seen departing from Reading Station. However, the engine was still new, and its drawing power is still very evident.
That would seem very rusty though, sideways in that scene. So, that could just be the camera, but it does seem very rusty. Hopefully you can actually hear me over the noise of it. I'm adjusting volume, so hopefully it's not too loud, so it's just right. It sounds like a dog. There's no passengers in it, so...
This is Salisbury, one of the frequent destinations of these first season trains. Again, the train is composed of the Pride of the Nation stock, surely a most appropriate name for a train hauled by the locomotive, which could also lay claim to that title.
There's like fire coming out of the chimney, which is actually quite unique. When I'm in Yorkshire, in 2 weeks, I'll try and do some steam train videos. I probably will. It might be a bit of a different style to my norm, because when I'm away and I do have family with me, so I'm going with family, and you'll probably say why not go alone, well, because it was my birthday gift. So. How did I start YouTube when I was 14? Because this is 4 years of the channel. How has time flown by?
In 1999, the engine visited Oxford, home of Turney Marchington's business, Oxford Pharmaceuticals, and is seen here at Bicester and Bishop's Itchington.
Hopefully this does look good from the camera. I do apologise. I am looking at the screen, which is a lot more grey. In the screen TV, it's more like grainy than versus the phone. I think the phone just upscales it. So hopefully everything goes alright.
The last train of the year and the millennium took Flying Scotsman to the West Country, and it's seen near Exeter, at Row, as the evening light started to fade on the 29th of December 1999.
That is a lovely shot. I am not.
A major change in its appearance wasn't too obvious in the distance, but the enthusiasts lined up on a bridge just before Whitepool Summit would notice that the smoke deflectors, known as German deflectors due to their similarity to those of the steam engines of that country, had reappeared, much to their disappointment.
It looks very blue on the TV. Very blue on the TV.
More disappointment befell people at Trowbridge, who wanted to see the locomotive, albeit in the dark, as the train arrived and departed some half an hour early, and many would come to see it, only to find it had gone. The deflectors were a historic discrepancy, but the retention of the double-chimbed in exhaust with its softer discharge meant that deflectors became necessary, as they had done in the late 1950s. However, those enthusiasts who hoped this would result in a full BR finish would remain in hope, as the new operating company stated that it would remain in LNER Apple Green.
What would Scotsman look like in red, like moon red? That is actually a good question. No one has actually made a model of that, I think. Yeah. Interesting to see. Interesting to see.
Entering the new millennium in apparent good shape, Flying Scotsman again traversed Southern Metals in the early months of 2000. Here she's approaching Southampton on the 6th of February on a Pullman train using the Orient Express stop, visiting Southampton docks. At the end of March, the engine ran a rare normal rail turn as standard rail turn stock, but once again it was on a southern route, the West of England main line to Salisbury, on which it is seen crossing Hurstbourne Viaduct. handover was a waterscape, the opportunity which this offered giving rise to a number of photographic scenes for people who wanted to say, "I've seen Flying Scotsman." Once again, these were not normal rail enthusiasts, but members of the general public. The publicity machine was still working flat out. The mechanical noises now seemed to be ironed out, and our sound was more or less normal as staccato.
Hopefully this video doesn't get blocked because it is quite long. So we only have like 10 minutes left of it because I looked on the DVD case and 55 minutes, and right now I've been recording for 43. It's about 10 minutes left. This actually is quite interesting. Swish. I do actually have a lot of the coaches. I have that front one, I have many bed. So I could actually do a front one, probably not. I don't know what that says in the nameplate. Sometimes it looks like a toy, some of the shots. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully this is alright. Hopefully it's upscaled for this, because it should be.
3 weeks later, she was back at the head of the Orient Express pullmans, the enthusiast market being regarded as a sideshow to the pulling power that the engine had with the general public. On the 21st of April, the SOE is seen climbing away from Hurstbourne on yet another Salisbury-bound train, headed by the legend that is Flying Scotsman.
Very small DMU. Flying Scotsman won't run on Irish lines because Irish has decided to do 5.5 foot for the rail lines instead of the normal 5 foot, which is stupid. It's great fun. It does look quite good. It does look quite good through the camera. It's like upscaled the frames, so hopefully it works. I do prefer some colours from the TV. Yeah.
Smoke billows down from Salisbury Station, inside which the luxury Pullman train awaited the passengers' return from Stonehenge. This layover gave the general public an opportunity to see the engine at close quarters, some lucky individuals getting a chance to go into the track.
Weird. That's one way to make an engine disappear. You know, there was only one female class of the A1s called Tracy. Yeah, that's the only female one.
But all was not well. Later in the summer, the engine would visit Peterborough near Buxton and be taken off the main lines. The premium rail market didn't have quite the extent that the promoters expected. Flying Scotsman plc made an operating loss. The following year, Scotsman would go off the rails altogether to be exhibited at a non-railway related event, and somehow the steam went out of the enterprise. By the beginning of 2003, the company had mounting losses, and in September 2003, Tony Marchington was declared bankrupt. The curse had struck again. In 2004, the company put the locomotive up for sale, attracting interest from all over the world. When it looked likely that a sale would see the most famous locomotive of all time being transported to Japan or the USA, this time for good, the tabloid press and the media generally woke up to the situation, and demands were made that Flying Scotsman should be saved for the nation and brought to the National Railway Museum at York. They, however, didn't have any money for such a purchase, particularly as a foreign offer of £3.6 million hadn't been matched. A Save Our Scotsman campaign was launched at the last minute, and funds raised just in time. Contributions from Richard Branson and everyone to Mr. Good Publicity Opportunity and the general public, as well as funds from grants, but not from the government directly. And so Flying Scotsman at last became a true national treasure, owned by the nation. The National Railway Museum said they were delighted by the addition to their collection, and railway enthusiasts, buoyed up by the fact that the NRM had a policy of displaying its engines only in authentic guises, fully expected either a return to final BR livery or the removal of the government chimney and deflectors to make it authentic in NNER livery, the apple green having become almost as much a part of Flying Scotsman as its wings. Everyone understood that the NRM couldn't do much at first, and they announced that they would be promoting a series of excursions, one of which is seen here, from York to Scarborough throughout the summer of 1994, to allow as many people as possible to ride the legend. After all, she was now the people's engine. For 2 summers, the locomotive worked these trains, allowing the engine to be displayed at the museum between runs and to be maintained in the NRM's own workshops. But the engine failed on numerous occasions, and the workshop staff found a worrying list of repairs starting to lengthen. That £1.5 million overhaul hadn't been quite the last word after all, and at the end of 2005, a decision was made to withdraw the engine prematurely and undertake another overhaul. It was confidently expected that the engine would return to the main lines by 2008, but more money was needed. The NRM launched an appeal for funds. 2008 came and went, and in the summer of 2009 it was, equally confidently, announced that she would be back in the conditions seen here at Battleground Flyover in the Sutton Salisbury route in the millennium year, by 2010. At the time of this announcement, the engine's component parts were scattered around many workshops throughout the land. Only time will tell if this new deadline will be achieved. Has the curse been lifted?
So that was the thing for you. Hopefully you did enjoy that little video. So I hope you enjoyed that little little video. Hopefully everything went well. So I'm gonna give you of that now. So that is going to be another video. I also have an engine to build, and there's by one cylinder that I got. No one rewatched that video, so yay! No one rewatched that video. I have an A4 there that I don't know what to do with. I don't know where I'm gonna put that. But yeah, that was the little thing. So I hope you guys did enjoy that video. If I don't do new training videos, that's because I am trying to do stuff like, yeah, they do take up space on my phone, and my phone's not great. Yay, so hopefully everything goes well. So I'll see you all later. Bye.